about a day's notice, they declared that they were the Syrian Democratic Forces. I thought it was a stroke of brilliance to put democracy in there somewhere, but it gave them a little bit of credibility.
A recent incident has revealed the extent of the attempts to make the PKK terrorist organization grow beyond Turkish borders. On March 15, a helicopter crashed in Iraq's Duhok region. Shortly after the incident, the counterterrorism force of the Kurdish Regional Government, KRG, in northern Iraq announced that the helicopter carrying 9 was a single chopper, a Eurocopter AS350 model designed and manufactured in France. So far, everything seemed like a typical aircraft crash, until it was revealed that some of the victims who died in the accident were high-ranking PKK terrorists. According to the statement by the PKK regarding the incident, one of the pilots was Sherfan Kobani, a cousin of the PKK Syrian wing YPG's top commander Ferhat Abdi Şahin, codenamed Mazloum Kobani. Apparently, the terrorists trained and supported by the United States in Syria had somehow captured the helicopter and learned to fly it. Furthermore, the PKK/YPG stated that not one but 2 helicopters carrying PKK members had crashed in the region. Of course, after this grave incident, eyes turned to the US, which is the protector of the PKK/YPG. 2 questions were crucial: who did these helicopters belong to? Who put them at the service of a terrorist organization? On a question, Pentagon spokesperson Brig. Gen. Pat Ryder insisted that the US did not give pilot training to the PKK/YPG. As far as I know, we do not provide helicopter piloting training. It is useful to highlight the "as far as I know" part here. France, the manufacturer of the helicopter, applied a similar "lay to the dead" tactic. Anadolu Agency recently asked the French Foreign Ministry, who owned the AS350 model helicopter manufactured by French Airbus Helicopters. The serial number of the helicopter appears in the images reflected in the press. So, do the French need to know to whom this helicopter was sold to? As a response, the spokesperson of the French ministry said, "We have no comment." Of course, after these evasive statements, eyes were once again turned to the KRG. The KRG's anti-terrorism unit has issued another statement regarding the helicopter on its official Facebook page. The statement noted that these helicopters were flying between the northern part of Syria and the Iraqi city of Sulaymaniyah, and that the official institutions in the KRG were not informed about this issue. There are plenty of allegations floating around. Some argue that the helicopter was given by the Patriotic Union of Kurdistan political party, while others claim that the second downed helicopter was kept a secret. However, there is the gospel truth, and journalists working abroad do not give up on the issue. The evasive answers given by the US officials at news conferences, in particular, once again reveal the seriousness of the situation. Finally, the following dialogue between a TRT World reporter and a Pentagon spokesperson shows how stuck Washington actually is in supporting the PKK.
The United States didn't have any information at all about these helicopter flights that are taking off from northeast Syria, where there's a US base with about 1,000 troops.
I said that the US did not have any involvement with the operation.
Thank you, General.
I'm choosing my words very specifically there.
I have a hard time understanding. Didn't you know about helicopters that take off from the ground, which is a US base with 1,000 soldiers? Reporter Eunice Paksoy asked, to which Ryder said, "We weren't involved," adding that further questions about the incident should be directed to the PKK/YPG. Upon that answer, Paksoy asked whether the US had any information on the issue. "We weren't involved. I choose my words specifically," Ryder replied. After this scandal, which broke out just a few days after the US Central Command officials visited the PKK/YPG, the statements of the US remained desperate, so to speak. Let the parties try to cover up this issue as much as they want, or let the questions suffocate. I am confident that Turkish intelligence will shed light on this dark incident down to every detail with its evidence.